Hey, welcome to TV Show Recap and Makeup Tuesday. I'm Rachel Lee. Every Tuesday and Thursday you can find me here talking about a popular TV series and doing my makeup. If you love watching TV and you love listening to recaps and reviews, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Today I'm talking about Netflix series Ginny and Georgia Season 1, Episode 7, Happy Sweet 16, Jerk. So this episode was not one of my favorites, but it wasn't a bad episode. If you stick around, you'll get to hear my thoughts on Episode 7. So episode 7 starts with Georgia, and she is decorating a birthday cake for Ginny. This episode is all about Ginny's birthday, her sweet 16, and she's decorating the cake and singing happy birthday to Ginny. And Ginny's like giving her grief and being really rude to her. Georgia takes the cake and smashes it into Ginny's face and says, "Happy sweet 16, jerk." At school, we see everybody's got everything all decorated for Ginny for her birthday. Max is super excited and says they're gonna have a party. And then we see Hunter and his friends. They do a tap number to the happy birthday song for Ginny's birthday. At school, we see Abby is really jealous of the way Max and Ginny are behaving and of their friendship right now. And she says some pretty mean things to them about not really caring about she's over Ginny. We also see in this episode Austin and Mayor Paul bonding. Austin and him are playing catch and they're talking about how Zach makes Austin angry. Mayor Paul talks to him about, trying to control your feelings because those are the only things that you can control in that situation, which seems to help Austin a little bit. In this episode, Georgia calls her friend Marty and asks him to do something he's done before. He protests a little bit, it seems like, but then he ends up agreeing to do it. We never find out what it is though. So during Ginny's birthday girls' day, Georgia's coworker Nick shows up dressed in drag, but to Georgia's surprise, he brings his man with him, his new man, who we all know is the PI. Georgia looks a little scared during all of this. She was, I assume, not expecting him to be with Nick. So while Nick is there doing karaoke with the girls, Georgia's there standing next to his boyfriend. They're talking and she calls him Gabriel and he's like, "No, it's Jesse." And now he looks really scared. But then he gets a phone call and he goes off. But then we hear the person that calls him is the manager of the Yoga Baboga, which is Kenny's yoga place. The guy that he's talking to, the manager, is like, "Yeah, we were all really surprised because all of his tests before, like from a week or so before, came back all clear." So the girls snuck out and went over to Max's house because her parents are away to have a party and drink, and they stole alcohol from Georgia. So at this party, everyone's drinking, having a good time. Then, some of them go their separate ways into the bedrooms. Ginny and Hunter together, and Hunter's, Ginny's like, we can keep going. He's like, "No, it's your day. It needs to be all about you." And so he goes down on her. Max is with Sophia in her room. Then they're in the room and she's really awkward. She's trying to put music on, she's trying to put candles on, trying to do all kinds of different things. And Sophia's like, "It's okay. We don't have to right now. I'm not going anywhere." So once Georgia realizes that the girls are gone and what they're doing, that they're next door and they stole booze, she calls in a noise complaint to the police for Max's address. So then the cops show up next door and they take in all of the kids. Paul says to Georgia, you're not gonna go over there? They're taking Ginny. And she's like, "Nah, she can go sit in jail." So since she refuses to go pick Ginny up, Paul goes and picks her up and they have a nice little bonding conversation as well. So once Ginny gets home, her and her mom have a big blowout fight. Georgia ends up telling Ginny the truth about some of the things that happened in her childhood. She tells Ginny about how her stepfather molested and abused her, which is why she left, ended up homeless a bunch of times. So episode 7 ends with Austin going back to school after being suspended. He goes up to apologize to Zach like Mayor Paul and him talked about, and once he gets to him, he goes to say it and ends up throwing up and running away from Zach. So then we see a man riding on a motorcycle while Ginny narrates saying that she misses her dad and wishes he was here. So we can all make the assumption that that's her dad riding into town to see her. So this episode was not one of my favorites. It wasn't a bad episode. It just wasn't... It didn't grab my attention as much as the other two before this. This episode, you know, didn't have a lot going on other than celebrating Ginny's birthday and then a big explosion of information from Georgia to Ginny about her past, and then that was it. I'm really hoping these next 3 episodes give us a little more information because I have a lot of questions about some things from, of course, you know, Georgia's past. I want to know, I'm excited to learn how it ends. Is Georgia gonna go to jail? Is Georgia gonna, you know, what's gonna happen to Georgia? What's gonna happen to the kids? I'm really excited to figure out all of that information. Comment below and let me know what you thought of this episode. If you love TV shows and makeup, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.